Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And you just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year, and quick fire, you're down the field, scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature.
Open runway ahead. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Irish! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put the...
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
They finally get him. Goodness gracious. How about the strength in the pocket? To stay in the pocket and shrug one guy off, 2 guys off, stay alive, but the 3rd guy was too much. How about the defense just swarming all over the place?
Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Caught on the outside, it's Reeves. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to push it deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Here come the Irish back on this drive. Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Tackle is made after the 1st down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They feed him again. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position for them.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The pocket broke down and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll run the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Across the 45. Running toward the tape. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Notre Dame. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Powers through the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Makes the catch. It's McNabb. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The hand to the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. And into the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Wells.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes his connection. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Using his feet. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense lining up for a first down play. And he's brought down after a nice game.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He wants to throw. It's caught. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course, he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up with the completion.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. The option look. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. 3rd Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun to give to the back. Shakes off the tackler.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. The offense set for a first down play. Gets away.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's McNabb. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to pass it. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab on the left side. Goes out of bounds. Josh. And they'll be set up in a great position here.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 49, Alabama, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody.
He's taking the shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
He's got it on the right. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First down for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Touchdown Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Snags it on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Pulls it in. It's McNabb. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. How about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
Throws toward the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He'll toss it. Turns it on in midfield. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Now Now on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Notre Dame.
One more play to pad the stats. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way